Hello everybody and welcome back to World of Warships Legends. My name is Spartan Elite 43 and tonight we are taking our very first look at the new season of ranked battles, Tier 5 ranked battles. Now I've already done, people ask me all the time like to do a best ships of the tier thing for the ranked battles. I've already done that for Tier 5, but I will say this, Queen Elizabeth, Warspite always right there at the top for me personally. Then Arizona and a newcomer, West Virginia, are right there in second and basically a tie. West Virginia not quite as accurate and a little bit longer reload, but the overmatching ability is fantastic to have in ranked battles. And on top of that, we also have Arizona, which is fantastic. The Arizona is ridiculous. But I have made some changes to my Queen Elizabeth build. Now, there will be some other videos that I show, and I will mention it when I am using Will to Rebuild. But my original build was a dispersion build on the Queen Elizabeth, and I enjoyed that for how long have we been doing it? For a long time. Alright? But for this ranked battles, I decided to change it up a bit. Because I have my Nelson Commander completely leveled out, other than making it a Legendary 4, because I don't need to. But as far as being a level 16, I am using Nelson as my commander. And I'll be real honest, there are moments where you're firing your guns and you notice that there's a little bit less dispersion, or a little bit worse dispersion than the dispersion builds get. However, it's been pretty good to me. The tank build on the Queen Elizabeth has not seen any issues with accuracy. It still hits just as hard and just as accurately as it ever has. It's just every once in a while you'll notice those shots just kind of spread out a little bit more than they used to with the dispersion build. But yeah, I've been enjoying this quite a bit. Now there have been a few instances where I needed Will to Rebuild to keep me alive, and it ended up costing us one match in particular that I can remember. But we've only lost like 2 games for this ranked battle season. Me and Peak absolutely killing it so far in this ranked battle season. And so hopefully you guys are ready, because we're going to have us a pretty good game. Now, what do we say about ranked battles, guys? What is the #1 priority of ranked battles? Other than just reaching out and touching somebody for 14,000, showcasing that dispersion isn't too bad, even with a tank build. But remember, we're not running the Brawler perk, okay? I hate the Brawler perk. The Brawler perk can just jump off a cliff back there. I don't care about the Brawler perk. What I care about is all of the other stuff. Plus that Master Mechanic giving me 5 heals is fantastic. But as you can see, we're not having any issues with dispersion. Alright, our dispersion is plenty good enough. As we reach out and touch him again for another 12,000. Alright? Or no, sorry. 8,000. I can't count. I apologize. Now, the #1 rule of any domination match in particular, but especially for ranked battles, is capture points. You must capture bases. Whether you're a battleship, whether you're a cruiser, whether you're a destroyer, you must try to capture bases. Now, the other thing is focusing down enemies. Kill people, alright? If there's a guy that's low health and you see another guy who's just asking for it broadside on, shoot the guy that's low health. Get the guy off the board, because anybody could have Will to Rebuild, and just leaving him with a little bit of health can come back and bite you in a big way later. Now, we were heading over to A. Peak is controlling mid with the 2 battleships. We're assisting the mid with a crossfire, as we are also taking quite a bit of damage here because everybody's shooting at us, which is to be expected. We're broadside on, everybody else is bow tanking them. But you can see I'm trying to open the angle up a little bit, but we are going into A here. But I noticed that the destroyer is also going into A, so now, because he's coming over here to capture, I don't need to capture this base. I can start to turn my big butt around and really start pushing these guys out of the mid. Plus, because we have such a great crossfire opportunity, that's a big help for our team as well. Now, we get the Hatsuharu here just begging for it. Broadside on, middle of the map. We take the shot and wait for it. We get 1 overpin. Really? 1 overpin. But you can see I'm already realizing that our destroyer is going to capture A. I don't need to go into A. The main thing is making sure somebody captures A. Because capturing the points that nobody can get to mid-game and late-game are huge. You can fight over mid. But getting these outside caps is absolutely necessary. But focusing people down. Also, the other third tip that I want to talk about with ranked battles is get a buddy. For God's sakes, don't go into ranked by yourself. Get somebody that you can trust that isn't a complete potato, or at least is the same skill level you are. Or slightly better, preferably. But with me and Peak, we ran into each other in ranked battles, alright? Don't be afraid to get on the comms and talk in ranked battles. You never know when you're going to run into somebody who could be a division mate with you, alright? We ran into each other. We had no idea with one another until we ran into each other in ranked battles. We're like, I like this guy. Let's send him an invite. So that's what we did. And ever since, we've been running ranked battles every time together. It's so much less frustrating. But this ranked battles, I was not looking forward to this ranked battles. I'll be real honest. I'm just being 100% with you guys. You guys know that I'm as honest as it comes when it comes to just telling my personal opinion. May not be what you think it is, but I give my personal opinion on things. And personally, I was not looking forward to this ranked battle season since Wargaming led with the whole, by the way, even if you're the top on the losing team, you still lose a position, which is annoying as crap. But, they made it a 5v5, which is a huge change, alright? That is literally a third of the enemy team gone. Alright, we get a huge hit on the Hatsuharu right there, and absolutely spank him for sitting out here after he had already launched his torpedoes, had no idea why he was sitting there waiting for me. But it's fine. He got his punishment, and he's about to go chase down our guys on the other side of the island. But anyway, the 5v5s have made queue times faster. I haven't tried being a destroyer. Destroyers have not been as necessary for this ranked battles as they have in prior ranked battles. Mainly because there's only 5v5s. So most of the time, most of the enemies and you run into one another. Okay? So this ranked battles has been a lot more fighting head-to-head, alright? There's been a lot of really intense engagements, close quarters, you know, within 10 kilometers of one another. It's been fantastic. I've enjoyed it. Peak has enjoyed it. I think we're up to a 78% win rate right now in ranked for this season. I think we're at either tier like high tier 10s or tier 9 right now, something like that. Anyway. That's where our rank is. We played up until the stream Monday. I had to leave the stream to go game with Hive. Almost forgot about it. We were having so much fun, I completely forgot about it. It was like 2:05. I'm like, oh my god, I'm supposed to be in a stream with Hive. See ya, gotta go. And then we had a space open. I was like, wait, Peak, you want to join the stream? So, yeah, it's been a good time. I'm not going to lie. Me and Peak have absolutely dominated every match that we've been in with the exception of maybe 2. And those were mainly because of my stupidity sometimes. I mean, don't get me wrong. The one game that we lost was Peak's fault. He'll tell you, same thing as me. We're not cocky. We're not arrogant, anything like that. We know what we are, and we know when we screw up. And we're just as hard. Well, actually, we're probably harder on ourselves when we screw up than you guys are. But as you see, we've piled up the damage. We've already got a high caliber. I believe Peak also has a high caliber right now. But I'm leading the charge against these two Warships, mainly because I don't want us to sit here. There's no reason to sit here. There's two guys. Get them off the board. So I push around the corner, catch the Warship broadside. Obviously didn't Citadel and Warship very difficult to Citadel close range. At distance, not so difficult, but at close range, not going to be an easy one. Now we shoot 3 guns at that Warship, making sure to finish him off. Then we save the last gun, and look at that dispersion! Jesus! Those things were hugging. They were holding hands. Those shells just wanted to stick together, and they punched that guy for 6,000. But we're up to 97,000 damage done, and we're going to get another good salvo here. As soon as we get our guns loaded, we're going to punch this Warship one last time right in the kisser. And this is why I like the Warship. This is why I like the Queen Elizabeth. I prefer the Queen over the Warship, just personal preference. I just do better in the Queen for some reason. I don't know why. But huge hit again, another 10,000, 10,500, something like that. To get a good chunk off of them. And you can see we're doing most of the damage here between all these ships, even with the tank build. And that's why I like this even over the West Virginia. And I talked about the West Virginia. You guys saw what I did in yesterday's video. The West Virginia is a fantastic choice for ranked. However, the Queen Elizabeth fires faster, maneuvers better, and I just feel like it's just a better ship for ranked. That's just my opinion. I know Zarkoon put out a video. He's loving the West Virginian ranked. That overmatching ability can't be understated. You've got to love the ability to know that you overmatch somebody who is bow tanking. But the Queen Elizabeth and Warspite don't care if they overmatch you if you're bow tanking. They just shoot your superstructure for 14,000. It's disgusting what these ships can do. And when you consider that other than the Mutsu and the West Virginia, that the Queen Elizabeth and Warspite have the largest guns and one of the fastest fire rates in their tier, you can see why they're very, very good. And then you throw their maneuverability on top of it. They're not the fastest in the world, but they do okay. And so we end up having a double high caliber division in ranked battles in a 5v5. That's pretty good, I think. 122,000 damage, top of the leaderboard, 3 kills, 2,700 base XP. Pete coming in there with 1,800 base XP, his high caliber as well. So if you like what we're doing, punch the like button, leave a comment below, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and as always, I will see you in the next video.